So this is part two in the continuing saga of building storage sheds. As you might remember from part one, a friend of mine recently asked me, "Hey Rob, what it would take to build a storage shed about 12 feet by 14 feet?" Of course, if I told him, I'd have to kill him, and don't want to do that. Being a nice guy and not a murderer by any stretch of the imagination yet, I decided I'd just go ahead and make a nifty little YouTube video and put it on the net for him. You know what I mean? It's so much simpler than trying to find a sharp knife. So let's get right into this if you don't mind. I'm going to show you what this shed looks. Oh, whoa, there it is. That's what you call a storage shed. It's pretty cool. It sits in your backyard. You fill it up with crap. You um, keep things in it, stuff like that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through this little model here a little bit at a time. I'm going to show you some of the elements that are required to build this shed. One of the cool things about this software is the ability to turn off various different layers. So let's just turn off all the layers except, of course, for the first layer. This is the frame of the building. As you can see, it's got a framed floor, couple skids here to set the building on, keep it up out of the moisture. It's got a subfloor frame here. It's got walls pretty much all the way around, a roof frame up on top. This is the skeleton or the frame or the structural elements that give support to the building, keep it from blowing over in a stiff wind. He seemed to think that he wanted a door opening on one side and maybe a nifty little window on the other side, let a little bit of sunlight in. So there you have it. Now, here's how you build one of these things. First, you nail these 10,000 parts together here to create the frame. And then what you do is you skin it on the outside with what's called sheathing. In this case, 7/16 OSB. Don't even ask me what OSB means because, of course, I'd have to kill you. But anyway, you got a roof decking and you've got wall sheathing all around. You've cut some holes in it, etc., etc. Don't forget the floor. You got to put something on the floor surface in here so you have something to set all your crap on. For that, I use 3/4 inch tongue and groove OSB. Obviously, kind of like in the first video, I think I explained that to you. So now what are we going to do after that? There's all kinds of elements that you're going to put on this thing to make it look good and to some degree protect it from the weather. So let's start way up here on the tippity top. And we're going to put a roof on this. I prefer metal roof. It lasts forever. No, I didn't model in the ridge cap right here yet, but these are the panels that you would use. They're made out of 26 gauge steel. They last almost forever. You can buy them in various different colors. I happen to like blue, don't you? Yeah. So on the underside of the roof here, this needs a little bit of treatment. You don't have to put anything on these surfaces here, but it hides the frame structure for one, makes it look a little smoother. You can paint it, you can make it look good. Oh yeah, and it also keeps birds from flying in through these voids right here and, well, crapping all over your possessions. So let's put the soffit on real quick. The soffit is the horizontal-ish sloped surface on the underside of the roof where it overhangs the building. The reason you might want something like this happening is because it sheds water away from the sides of the building. And to some degree, if you had a foundation, it keeps the water away from the foundation. If you're in the mood for solar gain, like through this window, for example, overhangs actually shade, depending on the time of year, the interior of the house from the brutal solar, oh, what would you call it? Exposure, I guess. But anyway, that's what the soffit's for. It's just a surface that hides and covers the lower part of the overhangs of the roof frame. Now, this is where it gets exciting. This is called fascia, like your face, and it covers this edge right here of the raw lumber on the overhangs of the roof. Check this out. You ready? Click. And what it is it's a little strip of some kind of material that gives this face of the building right here. Look at the big cursor, see? Big cursor coming on. Come on, big cursor. Right, anyway, it's right here on the edge of the overhangs of the roof. It's called fascia. Moving right along. Check this out. You might want some more decorative siding than panels of OSB. How about this stuff? What? That's pretty cool, dude. It could be anything. It could be metal. It could be T111 siding. It could be lap siding. It could be chicken wire. It could be corrugated steel. If it's some kind of material that has to be painted, why, then you have a maintenance task for the rest of your life. Hint, hint. Put some metal on there. Just saying, okay? Now, of course, you might want a door and a window in this structure here. So let's pop a door in here real quick. Boom, there's your door. It's pretty cool. Check it out. It's even got a doorknob on it and everything. That way you can open and close it. Wow. There's a window. You can tell it's a window because it's got glass on it. Look, you can see inside. What are you, some kind of like a peeping Tom or something? Good God, y'all. Now, right here is what I call trim. Trim are pieces of decorative, in this case, wood, probably painted. Like right here on the corner, they hide the jagged edge where the two panels of siding come together at a 90-degree angle. How about this trim around the window, dude? That doesn't look too bad, does it? No. How about this trim around the door? What you're doing there is you're closing off the opening between the installed door, or in this case, the installed window, where you've got a gap around there between the frame and the window, and you're closing it off. Nobody likes centipede encroachment in their buildings, do they? So anyway, if you look at this real carefully, I don't know what else you might want to do. Shove a wheelbarrow in there, maybe, fill it with water, put some boxes in there, stash crap. How much does it cost? Oh, nowadays, a lot of money. Don't even ask. But the beauty part is that the way I build them, it might actually technically last forever. We don't know. You're probably going to have to paint painted surfaces, but other than that, it's really not that big a deal. And it's a cool place to collect stuff other than in your garage. Okay, so there you have it, 12 by 14 storage building, all the bells and whistles. You could go to Home Depot, you could go to Lowe's, you could buy one. They're stapled together. The studs are not 2x4s, they're maybe 2x3s on a good day. The floor probably isn't 3/4 of an inch thick. It's not very well built, but got to tell you something, they're cheap. This one isn't cheap. It's built to last. That's just the way I roll. Oh, by the way, thank you for watching my video, and later.